Hey guys, how's it going? Matthew Recchio here, and today, a year back, I made a Banjo minnow review. I just got them from the mail. I got them off of Bass Pro Shops for about $9, and today, I'm gonna do an honest review of the Banjo minnow. An honest review. When I first did this video about a year ago, I'm gonna say I kissed ass. I made it sound like these are the best lures you could get on the market today. Why did I do that? Well, it was my first review video, alright? I was like so excited that I'm gonna put something on YouTube and think it's the greatest thing ever. And you know, I make some more videos, things go by, and I have these things, and I remember like, oh yeah, I remember how excited I got when I got this little package in the mail. Even came with a little DVD. And I was like, oh my gosh, these things are legitimately the best things ever. Well, nope. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is 100% an honest review from an angler's mouth. And I'm just going to say now, these are not the best lures you could get. I'm not necessarily saying these are bad, because, you know, no lure is really bad. It just depends the time you're using or what the fish is wanting right now. Like, I'm going to say it, I have never caught a fish on this. Not once. I have used these about 3 times. Now that doesn't seem like much, but when you're an angler and you fish, you don't use a bait you don't catch fish on. You use a bait you do catch fish on. Like this little guy. You've seen this bugger if you've seen my YouTube videos. Little boss shad. Catch loads of fish on this little thing. And I use them all the time. That's just what anglers do. They don't... Yeah, they'll experiment with new lures, but if it doesn't catch anything, they're not going to use it. Or not as often, at least. Not me, at least. Now, they are actually $19, so about $20 for the Banjo Minnow 006. I even got this manual when I first got these things. I still got it. I haven't lost one thing besides maybe a hook or two. And that's not even from fishing, just stuff. Lost it. And yeah, I don't really use them that much. I want to use them. I do want to catch a fish on them, because it would be a waste of money if I just don't use them. They just clutter in my tackle box. That's what they've been doing the last year and a half. But not necessarily. They're not bad. They're not really bad, but they're not great. Like this is a, like imagine me doing something like this with a Savage Gear line through trout. Haven't caught a fish with this yet. Is it cool? Yeah, it's really cool. Look at this thing. The detail, swim cuts, that weird line through thing they did. This thing is awesome. $17 lure, but have I used it? Yes. Have I caught a fish with it? No. I have not caught a fish with it. Haven't even gotten a nibble with this thing. Thing's good as new. But I'm not saying this is bad. No. That's not what I'm trying to get across here. I'm just saying an honest review of an angler. If maybe when I got this I was a little new to fishing, I've been doing it for a little bit, you know, it's been a little hobby of mine. But now that I'm more into it, I'm understanding what fish want, what fish do, how they act with other fish. That these lures aren't really that amazing. They have lures like this. They've been making lures like this for years and years. Not necessarily like this, but this idea has been made years ago. What this little lure represents is dying bait fish. These little swim cuts. You can't swim this thing through the water. It's not a swim bait, or it kind of is. You jerk it through the water. It's a jerk bait. There we go. And it makes the movements of an injured fish. You got some colors. You got little baby bass. There's blue and silver with alumifoil, chartreuse, a pearl, a disco-looking color, cotton candy, and these little glow-in-the-dark ones, which I don't know why they have them, just because they have them. Make it sound, ooh, glow-in-the-dark. You got these big old hooks. I think they're called the Cinco hooks. And what you do is you put it through the middle and use wacky rig it, which actually is not a bad idea. Right there, I will do that. I haven't really thought about it, but how these work is you get your minnow. You could pick any one hook you want. They all work the same. Just pick these big ones so you can see it. See that little slit? Maybe you might not really be able to see it, but you do is you get that hook. You put it right through there. Click it. Maybe you heard that, maybe you didn't. And that's it. That's the lure. You tie your line there, and there you go. That's it. And you just jerk it through the water, and there you go. Apparently, it's supposed to be an awesome fish lure, whatever. Ugh. You get these crappy little rubber bands that look like they should be on braces. Oh god, I don't even want to grab them out. It's annoying. It's a pain in the butt. They all fall out. But yeah, that's really it. There's nothing special. In the little info commercial, it says it's guaranteed to catch you more fish. Even in the catch the big one. Yes, I've watched this more than once to fully understand what this makes this thing so different. And it's just nothing. That's not really different. They make it look different though. That's what corporations do. They suck you in to make you buy their product. And they succeeded because I bought their product. Did I expect too much? Yeah, I expected way too much out of these little plastic lures. Now, I'm not saying all corporations are bad and not all lures they make are bad. Like, here's a Z-Man chatterbait. Everyone loves this little thing. Corporation makes these little buggers, and amazing little lure. I love this thing. Then you got these. These are, got their own little commercial. Got these deals, just all this crap for these lures, and like, it's just hard to explain how this is, how these businesses work. I would not be surprised. Now, I'm not saying it's true, but I would not be surprised. The main head of this guy, who apparently invented or something like that, the Banjo minnow, isn't even a fisherman. The little guy who narrates this little DVD, and the old guy, holding the rod, and it isn't even a fisherman. I wouldn't be shocked. He might be. That might be just completely offensive what I just said, and that guy could be watching it and get all mad, but I wouldn't be shocked if he isn't a fisherman. Just got paid to go there and act like he's a old-timer fisher guy. It's very possible. What also kind of bothered me about this lure is you got to use such certain gear for it to work. Like, what's a good rod? Well, apparently a 4 to 17 pound test must be a fast tip, and it says, quote, "This new space-age materials are the best. They're light, fast, and vibrant." It says, don't use a fiberglass rod or a plastic rod. It will kill the action of the minnow. A 6-foot rod is ideal. Well, what I use is this like 5-foot. I think it's wow. I just completely lost it. Fiberglass. Man, it's late. I got this 5-foot fiberglass reel. It's a Shakespeare lake and pond. And it also says what's a good reel. Well, it says a spinning reel with at least 5-to-1 retrieve ratio. Well, I got this one. Goes with this reel or pole. It's a 5.5 gear ratio. And I really wasn't blown away with these things. I apologize for my first review saying that these things are just amazing. Pick them up, do it. Oh my god, I'm so lucky. I understand why they give you a lot. It's not like when you buy this Savage Gear line through trout, there's like 12 of these with different colors, different sizes. No, this alone was $17. And I haven't caught one fish with it. We all got tackle like that. If you're a fisherman, really into it, you have tackle you don't use, but it was expensive, or it would work, but you just don't come around using it, and that's what these are. I bought them hoping they worked, tried them out 2 or 3 times, didn't work, haven't touched them since. That's what you do. That's what I do, at least. If it doesn't work, what's the point of using it? You're not going to catch anything. You want something that's going to catch something, so you put on your Boss Shads or your Zeman chatterbaits or your crankbaits or whatever you're using. And I was disappointed. I'm starting to think it's good to make a review video after you use the product, because a lot of my videos, not all of them, a lot of my videos have been a lot of butt kissing and just showing you that, oh my god, these are amazing, because the truth is, that's not how everything is. Because in the video it says guaranteed your money back, that these will catch you more fish. I haven't gotten one fish. I haven't even got a nibble off of this. I've been different lakes too. On my friend's boat once, up on this little lake where it goes into a kind of a inlet. Used there, and on Fish Tracker, there's like tons of fish apparently everywhere. And I'm like thinking maybe it's some bass or maybe even a pike hiding out, getting ready to pounce on a fish. So I threw in, I'm not sure which one. I threw in one of the big ones, the 7 inches. Well, not 7 inch, 6 inch. And not even a nibble. Nothing. Not for these guys. Nothing. Not even a bite. And it was like, that's kind of disappointing. All this hype after you watch it. You just finished watching this video. You just got these in the mail. You're sitting there picking out which colors you want to use for each situation, and it doesn't work. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. And that's just how it is. That's marketing for you. They're going to make you believe that it's great, so you buy their product and you're disappointed. Like I said in the beginning, these are not bad lures. Nothing is really a bad lure. It's just depending on what you do with them. And I really didn't use them that much because I didn't catch anything with them, so I have no motivation to use them more. There might be some people who is like sitting there shaking their head saying just use them more, but I don't. I want to catch fish. I want that little feeling when I cast out my line saying you're going to catch a fish with this lure. And with these, I don't have that. I don't. This thing I do. This little guy I do. Not with these. No, I don't have the motivation. But that's not saying these are bad lures, because this one, I don't really have much motivation saying I'm going to catch a fish with this. Does it work? Probably. Why would I have spent $17 on a lure that wouldn't work? Which is also very possible I could do. Send a $17 lure that wouldn't work. That's just how everything is now. That's life. Whew. They give you tons of these things too. Oh god, space with these things, it's a huge problem. You get 2 little, like 3-inch lures from each color. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 10 lures right there and just the small guys. And then there's 2 of these. So there's 20 lures. And then these big guys. It's a lot of stuff. Plus the hooks and the rubber bands. And then these little guys. And then their eyes. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. They take up exactly this whole tray. This whole tray and all of right here. Just Banjo minnow stuff. I don't got enough room to put my crankbaits, my buzz baits, this swim baits. Got my little soft plastics right here. You know, everything has its place. This whole row for about a year and a half has just been nothing but these little guys. Now I know I've even seen videos on YouTube of people catching fish with these, and I'm like, wish I had their luck, but I don't. It's just, I know what kind of people out there. There's people who agree with me, and there's people who disagree with me, saying, I don't know what you're talking about. This is like the greatest lure ever. Unless people don't even know what a Banjo minnow is anymore. Like, I don't see anything about these anymore. That's also another thing about them. Like, they're just kind of, they had a spike. Like, just nothing in that huge, oh god, Banjo minnows. Then right back down. They had a spike, and I was right there on the tip of that spike thinking, these things look amazing. I might as well grab these, or I might have been on the spike. They might have been a little older when I got these. But, you know, first thing I did when I saw this lure, I was like, I should look up some videos and see what it does, and I did. I watched some videos of people catching fish with them. I saw the little info commercial on the internet, and I'm like, it totally got me, hooked me right up with saying, this looks awesome. I need to grab some of these because I could like outfish all of my friends, you know, just completely be awesome with these lures. No, not really. I'm actually a little scared to show these to anyone, saying like, what the hell is that? Like, what is this? What? Will you catch a fish with this? Show this to my uncle? No, sir. He'd probably laugh at me. I didn't know that at the time. I thought these things was a total game changer. No, they're not. They're not bad. Like, I bet you if I really, really tried, I really, you know, had some endurance, went out to a lake, I just fished the hell out of these, I'd probably get some fish. I have seen these things in the water. I have learned how to use them. It's not like I don't know how to use these. I know how to use them. I've been using them for, well, I haven't been using them for a while, but I've used them. I've gotten the hang of them. I know how it works. And I'm going to tell you now, these little things are pretty much useless. Little small guys, because they're so small and just, they don't really have a lot of action in the water. They just look like a stick. You know, just moving around in the water. Same with these ones. Are a little better. They look a little more lifelike, but they still are kind of stickish. Like, they don't really wiggle around. But when you use these big ones, it's a whole different story. They're wiggling. They're doing a little, they all finesse. They're fluttering around. Look like a dying fish. They did that actually pretty well. They actually looked like a fish. Just these little ones don't really do it. I really wish I had bigger ones of these, because who knows? They might work. I don't know though. The only colors I think I've ever used was this guy and this guy. I don't think I've used anything else. Maybe one of these guys, I'm not sure. But yeah, I really haven't touched anything else. Haven't used the baby bass, this blue color. Haven't used that guy. Just for good reason. Oh, my lake I usually fish at is pretty murky, so, you know, murky water, use a really vibrant color, chartreuse. And that's what I did. And when I would like bring it up to the shallows where the water is pretty shallow and I could see the bottom, I'd see these things and like, I can understand what each one looks like in the water. This doesn't really work. That one kind of okay. This one works pretty well. It looks like the commercial fish, the one they're using in the commercial, in the video. Other than that, they just, yep. I can't say I'm disappointed in the lure. I might have probably said that later, but I'm I'm disappointed. I didn't expect this little out of them. I expected, like, when I was like first cast fishing, that's how I was, a stupid little kid thinking that's how fishing works, but no, it's not. It's not how it works. It's patience. You need patience to fish. You need a lot of it. And when you're in, though, it's summer heat, you're out in the beaten sun, you know, under a shady tree, and you're not catching crap, you get a little frustrated, and you're gonna switch a lure and not use this again because you got all frustrated. And that's what I did. So I even got a story. So I went out to this little Centennial Lake. You guys probably don't know where even Centennial is, but it's this little pond where there's a lot of bass and they like to swim in there. I got like 2 videos or 3 videos up in there, and so I was using one of these things. I don't have a video of that, but I was using one of these lures, you know, just to try it out. And it's spring, so the bass were spawning, and there was a bass, you know, on its nest, and I could see it's a big old female. And so I'm like casting this lure. I tried the sizes because you could change out the lure easily. All you do is just change the eyes down here, and you could, you know, there you go. You got different size lure. But I was doing that, and all of a sudden, or not all of a sudden, he wouldn't budge. Didn't seem interested at all. Just would kind of watch it go by and just didn't care. And I'm like, alright, okay, whatever. And like, there's reasons why he could. Maybe he's not hungry, not feeding. You know, because when a bass is spawning, you're usually trying to catch it on a instinct bite. It's just biting it because it's protecting its nest. But then I threw out this thing. Little boss shad. I know you guys are probably sick of hearing that name. But I threw this out, and like 2 casts later, I got her. I caught her. And it was a nice sized bass, but I couldn't get her on this. She did not want to bite. There was also another time in the fall I used this, and then one time really in the summer. Oh, I probably messed up the story. Anyway, about the story. Just don't get your hopes up with any lure, not just these, any lures. Don't ever really get your hope up expecting you get that lure, it's gonna work. Because who knows what the fish are wanting. Apparently they didn't want this little thing, they wanted this. Or a crankbait. Who knows what's going through a fish's mind. You gotta have that knowledge, that experience with fishing. And that's what you can't just gain that over watching videos like this. You gotta go out and do it yourself. That's house fishing. That's how it works. That's why fishing is amazing. It's experience. That's all it is. Knowing what time to use this lure, what color, you know, how fast they want it, how slow, how you pitch it. It's all experience. There is not one video you could watch that will make you a better fisherman. In my head, that is my little quote right there. That is what I'm sticking with. There is not one video on this earth that will make you a better fisherman. The only way to be a better fisherman is going out and doing it yourself. That's what I think. Some people might disagree. Well, who knows? I could be wrong. But in my mind, that's how it goes. Because I haven't watched a video and made me a better fisherman. Going out and makes me a better fisherman. You know, like this one time I watched this video of a guy using all these jigs, and I tried a jig, didn't catch anything. And then I changed the lures, and then I haven't watched a video about that lure and caught a fish on it. Simple as that. It's just how you get things. It's just experience. That's all fishing is. And I know I'm going through a huge rant just over these little minnows, but it's just don't expect too much out of any lure. Because there's days my best lures have failed. That's fishing. You're not guaranteed anything. You just gotta hope for the best, and hopefully you have the prior knowledge of the last time you went and failed, that you know what not to do or what to do. That's fishing. Thank you guys for tuning in. And if you like this video, put a like. If you didn't like it, well, go press the dislike button. I ain't gonna hunt you down. And thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.